Today I want to go back to basics. So whether this is your first video or not, I'll do a little quick review that I love to talk about self-esteem. It's probably my favorite topic. And the outside sources of self-esteem fit with my name, Vicky Esa, E-A-S-A. E is for esteem, A is for achievements, S is for society, and A is for attributes or assets. So those are your outside sources of self-esteem. Versus, do you know that you have inherent worth just because you were born? Do you know that you have inherent worth just because you were born? So there's outside sources versus the internal inherent worth. That is self-esteem. How do I esteem myself? Means where do I find my worth or my value? And it comes from being born, period. Not from what you do, not from what other people think, and not from what you have or what you look like. Just because you were born. Inherent worth because you were born. So that's why I started this with saying I want to get back to basics today. That is the basic. So specifically for those of you who might be confused by what self-esteem means, by the concept, it's so used in today's society that I wanted to give you what does self-esteem mean. It means you have inherent worth because you were born and that nothing else matters. Nothing you say or do throughout life adds to your worth nor detracts from your worth. You may have different strengths and weaknesses. I shouldn't even say may. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. Those do not add to your worth nor detract from your worth. I don't even know if I'd call this a weakness, but it's funny. As I was even starting to do this video, I'm looking at what you're seeing, which are the trolls, which I love, and I have no problem with those, and the clock. And the battery on that clock died 2 years ago, like early COVID, basically. But I wasn't doing sessions in my office at that time anyway. And now that I even am back in my office, I'm still on Zoom. And that clock is for my clients who sit on the couch during sessions. And when I do a Zoom session, you can't even see the clock with how I move the camera, right? You can't even see the clock, so it doesn't matter. And I go here to do this, and I'm looking at the clock and chuckling because it's not moving. I don't even know if anyone would notice that. And again, it's not really a flaw or a weakness. It is something I took note of, and I decided to leave it. If you look at me differently because I don't even take the time to put the battery in the clock, so be it. So be it. That's also where boundaries come in. That I have what I call a protective boundary, and you're allowed to think what you want about me, and I'm not going to absorb it. It doesn't change my inherent worth. I don't have less value or less worth as a person because I didn't take care of something. So that's why I'm pointing it out. That's how it fits. My worth stays the same. So when you're thinking about even the concept of self-esteem, and like I said, the outside sources, esteem, ESA, E-A-S-A, esteem, achievements, society, attributes, and assets. The opposite of that is I have inherent worth just because I was born, that none of that stuff matters. If you want to keep me in your pocket, go to yourdecisiondiva.com and download my free 10-page guide that really spells out those outside sources and how they relate to how you make decisions. Again, yourdecisiondiva.com, because I am your decision diva. I am your queen of clarity. Love my little crown. And I'll see you next time. Bye.